Are you feeling lost because your community is scattered across various Facebook groups, email lists, and different course platforms, and you are having to juggle different tools and losing in engagement in the process? Then you're in the right place. Hi there and welcome, I'm Nadia. I am a systems and automations expert who helps online business owners with their tech stacks, and I am here to shed some light on all things digital products and systems for your online business. In this video, I'm taking you inside Mighty Networks, a community and a course platform that drives more results than any other platform. Why? Let's find out. We will explore the core features that make Mighty Networks different from any platform on the market, including Facebook groups, and I will show you how to set up your community from scratch without needing any help. So, without further ado, let's get to it. If by the end of this video you decide that Mighty Networks is the perfect fit for your online business, I want you to take advantage of additional discounts. So write down the coupon codes you see on the screen to reduce your subscription on the annual plans. So why Mighty Networks? Well, if you've been here for a while, you know that I'm a huge fan of having all of your tech tools in one place. So whether you are starting small, already have a community and move into Mighty Networks, you will have all the tools to either start or continue growing your community. The biggest standout functionality that Mighty Network has is the engagement tools. Oftentimes when working with my clients, I see that communities are actually not that easy to keep engaged. And what we usually find is that we would need to send a little push notifications or emails to our members. So with Mighty Networks, it actually all already included. You can send push notifications on the mobile app. You can send out emails about what's happening in the group, nudging them to sign in and take part in a conversation. You can do polls and quizzes. And one of the cool things that I really like is that Mighty Networks has its own built-in referral program, which makes it so much easier for your existing and happy members to invite others to your community. This way, you are not just growing your community through your own marketing channels, but also encouraging your members to invite others. So if you're already running a membership, say in the WhatsApp group or Telegram or Facebook group, and you're looking for just a better place to host your membership, Mighty Network has got you covered. Let's start with the basics. Once you create your new Mighty Networks account, you will see a dashboard with a checklist, which I personally find very helpful for any new platform that you join, because it's just ultimately your guide and kind of walking you through all the steps that you need to take to set up your account first. Otherwise, if you're just logging in and you see all the features and all the functionality, you just don't know what you should be doing first. So I suggest that you either follow all of the checklist items, or you can click on your community right here in the top left corner and then click on manage. And from here, you will be able to set up the basics, and we will rename our community. So in my case, it will be Systems Made Easy. And for the tagline, you want to add a short description that will go somewhat like will be acting as an about page. So if somebody shares the link to your membership, that tagline will show up. So keep it short so people can read it quickly. And then you can also add your website if you already have one. Next thing you will want to do is to go through privacy and access. Basically over here on this page, you will decide how your new members will be joining or finding your network or your membership. So here you can decide whether it's going to be invite only, or it can be found on the internet, or you can also see if anyone can see your content or only logged in members. Another thing that I really like about Mighty Networks is that you can change the language inside your community. So it's not just restricted to English speakers, and all of the words and functionality will be changed to your chosen language. Another feature that I love seeing is the member welcome checklist. Do you ever feel like even if you set up the community, you are starting to think about, okay, what happens next? What do I need to ask? What do I want to ask my members? What should they do? And Mighty Networks already has pre-filled steps for you. You can add more if you wanted to, but the basics will be you will want to ask your members to introduce themselves. They can also adjust their notifications for the app or the email if they wanted to. They can download the app, or they also can invite somebody else. And you can also add many more. There's they can add a comment, they can start a chat, or if you already have some events set up, they can even RSVP to an event, which will show the upcoming event and kind of nudge them, hey, this event's coming up, why don't you go ahead and RSVP. One of the other coolest features that I find in Mighty Networks is that it has AI features. Of course, it's absolutely optional. You don't have to use it, but I personally find it very helpful because it's essentially helping you and your community with engagement. It can have icebreaker suggestions or questions. It can kind of, again, nudge your members on what to do next. So I personally find AI is very helpful, and I also highly recommend you use it in your community. And the next thing you will want to do is invite new members to your community. This step will be probably pushed after you have your spaces set up and your plans, but let me just cover quickly where you will find it. So from your admin dashboard, you will navigate to invites and then click on invite. And here you can actually decide how you're going to invite your members. You can do it one by one email. You can upload a CSV file and do a bulk invite. You can just copy the link and share it directly through messengers or through your personal email. So there's a few options for you to invite the new members. Now that all of the nitty-gritty things, or I would say some of them, out of the way, let's get to the most fun part, and that is setting up spaces. In Mighty Networks, a space is a type of a place where your members interact, and you can choose how exactly they are going to interact, either with the content inside your membership or inside your community or with other members. So let's go ahead and create a space. For that, we will need to navigate to Spaces and Navigation, and then Space List. You will see a couple of preset spaces, which is activity, feed, and the course. And then you can create a new space by clicking on Create a Space. And then you will see templates. I highly suggest that you actually use templates as opposed to starting from scratch. Then you can choose what kind of a template to use. You can use a chat, or you can use a feed. A feed actually kind of cool because you can share posts, questions, polls, and much more. You also have an option to have a content-only course, which is essentially a course inside your community, which works more on an evergreen basis. And then you can also create challenges and events, either it's an in-person event or an online event inside your community. You can create a very specific resource library, and of course you can build your own if you would like to. But let's go ahead and use the feed first and say we will call it updates. You can use a space tagline if you would like to. And from here, you will also see that you can assign this specific space to a collection. A collection is something that kind of like an umbrella topic for your different spaces. You don't have to have that, of course, but as you grow, as you say, create different spaces and different topics, you may want to combine them in specific groups, okay? Essentially, a collection is a group of certain topics. I've already gone ahead and created a couple of collections and titled them, say, Systems and Automations Only. And for this one specifically, I'm going to keep it under general for now, but of course I can always change it. You can also set up how your space will be accessed and who can see it. You can, of course, set it up to where only logged in members can see it. And you can also decide who can view the content, same way, either anyone in the network or only logged in members in that specific space, okay? And then you would just click on create space. And let me show you what your space is going to look like. However, just keep in mind that everything is customizable. You can absolutely change the colors and the logos and images, but I just wanted to show you the basic functionality here. Okay, so once your space is created, I highly recommend that you share a post, although nobody is in your community yet, no members yet, but we would want to post something. For example, you will want to say something, welcome members, and perhaps have some more description and welcoming new members. Maybe you want to attach a photo or a video or maybe a file with some additional resources. You can also do a GIF, just to kind of make everyone's day. And then you can click on post. And then what I would do, I would also pin it or bookmark it so it will always show up on top. When new members are joining, they will see this post. Now let's return to our admin dashboard from here. Click on manage and then learn a little bit more about collection list. Again, you can create this later or you can create them right away if you feel like you already know what you are going to be talking about and what topics you're going to be using. Okay, and then once you have your topics, you would go back to your space and you will assign that specific space to a collection list. Now, another super cool feature that I am personally very excited about because I don't have to think about any workarounds, which I typically do when I work with other software. Mighty Networks has what's called global features. Let me show you here. So in admin dashboard, you would click on global features, and here you will decide whether it's visible to your members or not. Okay, one of the super cool feature that I find in Mighty Networks is a discovery. Once you enable discovery feature, click on manage. And from here, you can actually help your members discover, say, members near you if they set up the location, or you can show them the upcoming events or events near you if you do have some events in person. You can also add a custom section highlighting which spaces are the most popular, are the most supportive, or have most resources, or you just want to push that information to your members. You can do it from here as well. So you would add a custom section and then you choose a collection, say systems, and just click on add, and that will be highlighted at the top of the community. Now, you may also be wondering, okay, we've set up all the spaces and all the things and the collections, but how do we actually have our members come in? Now, you actually have two options. You can invite your members and join your community for free, or you can set up a paywall where they will have to pay to join the community. And it can be either a one-time purchase, it can be a membership, which means you will be charging a monthly or weekly subscription. Really depends on how you want the things to be set up. For that, you will need to navigate to plans in your admin dashboard and then plan list. I would say call every plan an entry door, and then say we will choose here activity feed, and we will add, for example, updates, right? That's going to be our first level entry door. We will decide where we want people to land, either go straight to the space or we want to have a specific page. So let's just push them to activity feed. And from here again, you can change the plan. Say we can maybe call it founders first. We can add image or video. Again, this is more about becoming your sales page or your checkout page. Feel free to add more benefits or what's included, the description, a membership, and then click on next. And then from here, you can also decide, which I find it very unique, and I have not seen this specific feature in any other platform, where you can approve the members who is trying to come in with the approval option and the screening questions. You will also need to decide again whether it's going to be a paid access or free. Then if you are going to collect payments, just keep this toggle on and then click on next, and it's kind of like giving you a warning, hey, this access is going to be free, which means pretty much anyone can join. And then click on finish. On the next page, you will see what your mini sales page is going to look like. Because we did not put much information, there's no description or anything, but once you add the image, description, you will able to see what it looks like on the web, on iOS and Android, which I find it very, very helpful. And then you would just click on create a plan. And basically, this is now how your members can access or join your community. Mighty Network does not just stop with the communities. You can also create evergreen courses and host them inside your community. You can decide who is going to have access to that specific course. Perhaps everyone who joins your community, regardless of the plan they own, should have access to this specific resource or this course. For that, you will want to use a space that is content only course. So I went ahead, created my online course and called it hands-on tutorials, and I will want all of the members of my community to have access to that resource. So once you exit out and return to your main dashboard, click on the new space that you just created as a course, and from here you can actually create an outline for your course in minutes with the power of AI. Click on get started. So from here, I am going to just paste my kind of prompt, and I'm going to click on suggest outline. Oh my goodness, this is really, really cool. That's exactly what I would be teaching my members, or I would want them to know these things like domain and the hosting services, websites, SEO, analytics. This is amazing. This is really saving me hours and hours of work. What is really cool about using AI features inside Mighty Networks and not, say, in Gemini or ChatGPT is that it creates the actual outline and kind of like a shell for your future, or for my future lessons, right? It already breaks it down into modules, into sections, little lessons, and it gives you even some graphics. Of course, I can all update it with my branding, but this just makes my life so much easier. Just to quickly recap what else you can do here. So like say you see the outline, you like it, you would just hover over the lesson and then click on this little pencil here, and that's where you will be actually plugging in all of the content. To make my life even easier, I can click on this / and this is different things that I can put in my lesson. In addition, you can also create a member accountability, which, for example, if you have videos and you really want to make sure that your members are watching the content, they're not just skipping through, especially like say if you are offering certifications and you really want to make sure that your members go through all of the videos, that Mighty Networks has the functionality to actually track the members' video completion, and based on that, you can see where they're at and unlock or lock certain categories or certain lessons. Now let's talk about your community success. What makes it so special and how you can keep that engagement at the high level so your members are staying and inviting new members. Mighty Networks really does have the tools for you to achieve that. And for that, you can use gamification, you can use badges, you can use streaks, you can see when your members are being active, you can nudge them, you can entice them with different rewards. And also, one of the best things that you can do in your community is show up. And for that, you will want to use live features. The setup is very simple. You will need to connect your Zoom account and then schedule your events, go live, show up, engage with your members, answer questions. And the best part is that Mighty Networks will do all of the nudging, all of the email reminders, and all of the notifications for you. And I personally believe that having a solid foundation with systems and automations is the key for a success of your community. And last but not least, we will want to make our community or membership look pretty and appealing to an eye. So for that, you will want to configure branding, fonts, add some images, and maybe videos. From your dashboard, start with your big purpose. What this is basically a description of what you do. So let's click on that, and then you can either use AI to help you create the description, or if you already have your own, you can just plug it in, and I already have my own. So I am going to save it right here. The next thing you will want to set up is your branding. That will include colors, fonts, and images. For that, you navigate to network branding colors, and then you can just do basic colors, or you want to go to advanced and see what each mode will look like. Light mode, dark mode. You can set up all the colors, individual colors here. Next, you will want to navigate to typography and choose the font you would like to use for your community. You can keep it default, or you can choose something else. I personally like this one, and I'm gonna save it. And after that, navigate to the imagery, and you can plug in all of the images or backgrounds again you would like to show up across your membership. And after that, you are free to share your beautiful community with the world. I'm sure you have a lot of questions, and let me go ahead and answer a few of them. So one of the questions I am sure you might be wondering about: Mighty Networks integrate with any other marketing tools? Yes, yes, and yes. If you've been here for a while, you know I am huge on integrations. I love integrating tools, although I try to minimize the use of them. But if we do use 3-4 tools, they need to work seamlessly. Otherwise, I'm not a part of that business, okay? So yes, absolutely. There's direct integrations from Mighty Networks to other tools, or you can use Zapier, which is I'm an absolute fan of, that has over 8,000 tools, including Mighty Networks, that I am sure you can find your email marketing tools that will connect both tools seamlessly. And the last question you may have is that, well, I am not that tech savvy. Do I need to hire a team, or do I need to know how to code? And the answer is absolutely not. As you could see from this tutorial and this overview, that the interface of Mighty Network is very, very user-friendly. There's no code whatsoever. You don't have to know how to code. And as far as the team, it's really up to you. You could have some help just, to get things faster off the ground, or if you have the time, just dive in. But as you could see, all of the things are very doable and very easy to navigate. Plus, Mighty Networks has a ton of various resources to help you along the way with video tutorials, workshops, and also chat that you can connect with a live person. So there you have it, a complete walkthrough of Mighty Networks and how you can use it to build an engaged community around your online business. What I love most about Mighty Networks is that it solves the biggest challenge I see with online course creators, and that is keeping your community engaged. Because in reality, returning members and retained members is what actually creates your recurring revenue. Also, all the AI features and flexible spaces and the native mobile app as well, all of this makes it a really compelling option if you're looking to level up your community experience and engagement. If you want to try Mighty Networks for yourself, I added coupon codes and the links in the description of this video, so you can start exploring the free trial and see if it's really the best fit for your business. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for more tutorials on systems and automations for your online business. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.